What's good, y'all? This is Courtney, and we're gonna talk about Doom Patrol. Okay, my apologies first. I did not know that I missed episode 3. I did not know that. I could have sworn for sure that I did a damn recap review for this goddamn episode. I'm sorry, so please forgive me. Yeah. The episode is Puppet Patrol. Okay, let's see. As we all know, this is the best show that ever was. I just got to watch episode 4. I don't know how each episode could be just marvelous beyond compare. I don't get it, but I'm so here for it. I have a quick question, and it's dealing with the whole thing about the timelines. We know Arrowverse is his own self-contained entity, and so what I'm wondering is the DC universe, well, I'm talking about the universe basically on this app. As we could tell, they ain't from the same Earth, right? Because Vic got his own Star Lab. And we know in the Arrowverse, they have their own Star Lab, Earbathon and all that stuff like that. So I was like, so I guess this ain't in the same universe. So that's what I'm gathering. Yeah. And so that's why I was kind of iffy about that, whatnot. But, in their universe is Batman. We already know Batman exists. We already know Wonder Woman exists. We already know Superman exists and all of that. Because we know the Justice League do exist. So, yeah, I was kind of a little iffy on that shit. And then here's my thing with Cyborg. At first I had some kind of, I had pauses on him because I was like, I thought about, him being a short version of, Cyborg or whatever. But I was trying to wonder, like, will he make a good fit with these bands of outcasts and misfits? And he fits in just like the missing puzzle piece to me. And we all know that this is before he joins the Justice League. So my thing is this. So say he be with the Doom Patrol for a little while. And then I wonder if they gonna like migrate his ass to the Titans. But here's my thing. I think he should stay on Doom Patrol. This just me. Y'all know some folks might feel different. It just seems like he fits with Doom Patrol. It does. It does seem like he fit. And Doom Patrol is dark just like Titans is dark. But I just seem like he fits with Doom Patrol. So I wonder how they gonna do that. Is they just gonna keep him there, or is they gonna move him to Titans? He'll probably be on an episode or whatever. And basically to test the waters to see if he fits. So yeah. So let's get to the episode. The episode, we learn more about Larry, Negative Man. And basically, I like to say that with this episode, we see how Larry being selfish. See the outcome of his selfish ways. You know what I'm saying? What led him down to this road. And it was a heartbreaking episode. I'm not gonna lie. I love Larry. His story is fucking tragic. And yeah. So I'm about to say the Titans, y'all. Forgive me. So I'm trying to see, should I just go and start with Larry? Yeah, let's start with Larry. And then we'll just, follow the course. So we get a flashback with Larry. And Larry is, he can only see his lover once a week. And we all know the lover is the one that keeps his plane right. So, they're in the back of the truck and, they making out or whatever. And, Larry's asking him all these questions like, did you check this, boom, boom, boom. And all that stuff. And, his boy like, listen, I got you. I got you. I got you. And, Larry's on his way to be his own version of a superhero, if you wanna be honest. And homeboy, he basically saying he chucking the deuces next week, cause he said he tired of being around these ignorant ass punk mugs that hate him. And he's tired of faking the funk. He tired of being in the closet. He want to live his truth and everything. And when he told Larry that, Larry felt like he betrayed him. But homeboy was like, why don't you, let's go together, let's run together. And it's easier said than done, because as we know, Larry got a wife and Larry got kids. And homeboy is like I said in the previous videos, homeboy was like, I ain't asking you to choose, but you need to make a choice. You get what I'm saying? So it's like he bending his arm behind his back, whatever. But being that he do love him, and being that he knows the truth about Larry's heart, like who he wanted to spend the rest of the time with, but he can't do that. Being that the society they in, the times and all that stuff, and he wants to be a pilot, and he know that if it comes out about about him being gay, all his dreams and all the stuff that he worked for it's gone. It's gonna be like ash in the wind. It's like it never, like all his accomplishments gone to shit. So, he tried to convince homeboy, to stay, give me time, and yeah, blah, blah. But, homeboy like, listen, fuck this, you being selfish. He said, I got a right to live my life like that. He said, I want more than just, us spending time together, busting it down for once a week. He wants that everlasting shit. You know what I'm saying? So he goes home. And let me tell y'all, young Thundercats, and y'all, even the old heads, women know. Your woman know. She knows. She knows. You can't hide nothing past your woman. She knows. Now, some of the young bitches, I can't tell. I think that intuition motherfuckers skip a couple generations, because a lot of y'all dumb as rocks. But homegirl knows. She know her husband. And she let that tea slip. She like, I thought you were going to change. I thought we were going to be like from the last time we moved. Then the last time we moved. And she was just clocking them past cities that they went through. And that she had to bear and grin, being that dealing with the fact that her husband is gay. And to be honest, her husband don't want her. Well, that's kind of harsh. It's the fact that he do love her. He love his wife. And he love the kids that come from their union. But you can love a motherfucker not be in love. And basically, she's his beard. And she's tired of that. Cause you can see, I know that's probably like just the actress, how she looks. But if you look at her, she looks like a skeleton. Look like her living that lie and all that shit, being that she do love that man. But she know that she will never be enough for that man. And knowing that his sexual desires ain't up her. That's slowly eating her from the inside out. That's taking her soul away. And so she was basically saying, listen, I'm about tired of this. I can go and chuck deuces and everything. And then Larry pulls this stunt. He says, I could die tomorrow. I'm like, okay, yeah, technically you can. Yeah, it can happen that you can die, bruh. But still, bruh, to throw that on her And you know what's up. That was selfish. It was selfish. But you have to think about it, like how many wives done been through that? How many wives and all that stuff? They've been years. They fall in love with a man that it ain't for them. It's sad, y'all. So the beginning, we start off. You remember the chief is already missing. So Cliff and all of them, Cliff, Rita, they look and try to find clues to where they can find the chief. Cliff sees a file in this file cabinet, and it basically his file. And he see this phone number. The phone number is his daughter's phone number. So he quickly pockets that little bit of information. Rita finds a photo. Basically, the photo is the donkey, the albino donkey. You know, the donkey from the past episodes. So they figured out that, the chief probably most likely is in Paraguay. So we see Cyborg. Cyborg is sleep, dreaming, or whatever. Do he sleeps? Do he eat? That's a good question. Now, the cartoons, that motherfucker be chewing down. But I wonder, does he eat? So he's having a flashback of the day of the accident happened that basically turned him to what he is, and he lost his mom. Kind of find out he was getting full of himself, hanging out with his friends, trying to establish friendships like that. But it was messing with his grades. It was messing with his studies. So his mom looked out for him, basically negotiated, like, okay, you're going to have to sit off the team for 3 weeks. And he said, the team going to fuck up without me. They need me and all this stuff like that. And she said, you better be glad it's 3 weeks because your dad wanted you out for the rest of the season. And so with Vic being a damn teenager, which he is, he's a kid. He was a kid then. He acts out. And he knocks the chemicals, and that's when the explosion happened. But peep this. Table right here, Mama right here, Vic right here. Vic, boop, liquids. It goes that direction. Why the explosion came from this direction? I sense some bullshit afoot. And I think Vic caught that. Because he like, rewind that again and make sure it has the video been edited or authenticated any kind of way, whatever. And I basically seeing something ain't right. And I don't see it for your daddy, Vic. Papa Vic is no good. I don't see it for him. So it gotta be something more than what's been given to him or what has been put into his brain. Because remember what nobody said, that you don't have memories, you have programs. So his father could have torqued that memory any kind of way he saw fit to suit his cause. So Cyborg is having a powwow with all the rest of them, and he's talking to him and all that stuff. Cyborg, he was like built for that, to be a leader and all that stuff. And all the rest of them like, bruh, we don't know how many times we're going to tell you this ain't our cup of tea. We don't do this. We don't. And Robot Man, listen. I thank God every day for Brandon Fraser, y'all. I thank God for him every day. Brandon Fraser, it said, got a printout. He got the printout and like, do you have a printer in your butt? This came out your butt, huh? And Cyborg trying to be serious and everything, but you just, to be honest, I don't see how you could be serious with these groups. Then Jane, being Robot's Man's Ace Boon Coon sidekick, she like, do you have toner? What type of toner do you use for your butt printer? Or something along them lines. I was like, y'all motherfuckers ain't about shit. And so he rallies them up, talking about, listen, we're gonna go to Paraguay and we're gonna go get the chief. And he basically said, how y'all feel about a private jet? Listen, Papa Vic knocked that notion down quick, fast, in a hurry. He said, you gonna do what, go where, and what? Where you think you going in my jet? You think I'm gonna let you run around in my stuff and waste all my gas? For some stunts you trying to say that you grown? No. And so, basically, crack Vic's face. So Vic got to get the bus, and they decide they're going to drive all the way from wherever the hell they at to Paraguay. And what they said, it takes 2 weeks. Everybody was driving. Apparently, Rita can't drive worth a damn. Well, no, she could drive, but she drives slower than molasses with a turtle on it. She drove so slow one time, Baby Jane said, I'm finna kill myself. And next thing you know, Baby Jane is halfway out the window of the bus. And Cyborg and Larry, they like, hold up. And Cliff in the background, she gonna do it. She gonna do it. I holler, y'all. It's just crazy. So Larry is driving. Everybody else is asleep. Larry is trying to have a talk with, the negative spirit up in him. And, he feels some kind of way. He talking down to his soul. And his soul said, I got something for you, mug. And basically goes out of him, which we all know. Once the spirit leaves Larry, he becomes just a shell. Goes, do whatever. Bus going all kind of ways, and when he comes back into Larry, he intentionally goes through the engine. When he went through the engine, burnt that mug up, and now they truck is bunk. So I don't even think they made it to Paraguay. I think they like some miles before they make it there or whatever. So they had to go to a hotel and basically chillax for whatever. So Robot Man steadily ragging on Cyborg, basically saying, hey, what would Superman do? What would Batman do? Has Aquaman ever had any trouble like this? I mean, just straight up ragging on it, and I'm just straight up hollering. So Rita's in the bathroom. Rita feels some kind of way. She's losing control of her body. And so Jane comes back, and they try to figure out, like, how the hell we're going to, get together and do what we need to do. Then one of Jane's personality come, which is Flit. And Flit teleports. That's her judge. And so she snatches Robot Man and Larry, and they go head to Paraguay. Now remember, she could have been did that. But the thing with Jane is this. She let her personalities do what they will. She doesn't control them. And all that stuff like that. So she let them do what they will. And so while they there, Paraguay, the little village they in looks deserted. So they have this bus stop, and you see this dude, he's a comedian, but he is hilarious. And he basically said he's trying to get the modern, but he said he ain't got money for that procedure. So what he gonna do, get magnetic feet. And Ma's like, what you doing? What you need magnetic feet for? He said, so I can climb up the walls. Well, that's what I need magnetic feet for, bro. A holler. So they all make it to basically the Nazi scientist domain. And y'all, they got these people in there, these cult members. I ain't gonna say they cult members. I guess for what we find out with the doctor, they basically shells where he done separated his psyche between all of them, so they work like in a hive mind kind of thing. And so they all look like Dutch. Like, is that Dutch outfits they got on? Look like they go yodel somewhere or some shit. That's what I'm saying. That's what they look like. They, they got the little the outfits. The men got the little shorts and all that stuff, and the girls got the cute little dresses and the hair, the braids, whatever. And they go through the building, and it's kind of like they have a tour, and then like they go in this room. It's like they have like this presentation, and they go through. They use puppets to tell the story. Tell the story how the scientists fixed nobody Morden, and basically said when the chief come in, the chief was walking with the puppet, and so chief walked with the puppet, and they do a little woo 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 woo. And basically, after then, they separate them and said, listen, we're going to have the consultation. So, Larry and Cliff is in one room. And Jane is in another room. So, they doing consultation. Larry, we all know what's going through Larry's mind. And so, Larry, he's trying to find a way to get control back in his life. Try to find a way to get rid of that negative spirit. And so he goes and finds the chamber where Morden became Mr. Nobody. And like while we doing it, we seeing flashbacks. Basically flashbacks of when the accident happened, when he was in the plane. And it shows like when they finally got him from the crash site, when they had him in the hospital, whatever. Mind you, he radiates radiation. So all the people that was in the operating room with him, they died. Because he's like a living nuclear bomb, if you will. So they died from the exposure. So you see, these people need hazmats and all that stuff like that. So they had to go do another thing. Find another way to treat him, if you say. So he's in this new facility where he can't have no physical contact with anybody. And so, there's the intercom box. The wife come. And the wife basically said, this is it. I'm deuces. And, basically she was like, if I remember right, she was like, she gonna tell the kids that the daddy died in the crash. I think that's what she did anyway. So she was like, listen, I guess she gonna use this as a sign from God to give her an easy way out. And say, here, bitch, take this and deuce. And all that stuff. But it's painful. Because she's like, I hope you find what you're looking for. Find somebody you really love or whatever. And it's painful because we don't know how many of her years she gave to be with him. And think of all the shit she went through. It's sad. It's hurtful. And, it's sad, it's hurtful because he do needs her. But it's kind of selfish for her to stay there, for him to want her there. But regardless, like a clean slate for her because everybody thinks he's dead. So it's sad. And, so we get to, I'm gonna get Larry out the way. So, homeboy, the lover, shows up. Now, mind you, early in the episode, he said that he was going to chuck the deuce. But after what happened, he said he going to stay. And, we got all the people around you. They hearing everything. Now, mind you, he can't say what he really want to say around them other folks. So, what Larry said, basically Larry said, go. Go and leave. Just go. Live your life. Forget about me and go. And the thing about it was, that broke the boyfriend. That broke him. You could see it. That broke him. Now I just looked at him and it broke him. And I guess it broke him due to the fact that he actually let him go, and due to the fact that, it's really the end. Because you love that man. And you basically see like all the hell that Larry went through. and the hell that he put the people that he loved through. You know what I'm saying? It's just sad. It's sad. You know, it's just sad, bro. It's messed up. But that was the time he was living in. Can't be helped, I guess. Alright, so homegirl Jane is trying to find a way to pay for this procedure. And she's like, her main thing is try to find the damn find the chief. And so she got this purse filled with like 100 damn credit cards. And each of them, the credit done declined. She can't use whatever. And basically, she goes and said, peep gang, how about I give you a sample of my blood? My blood has the genetic code of 64 different personalities, and each of them got their own superpower. What y'all think about that? Can we do a little wager? And so they're like, yeah. And so she goes to meet the scientist. And the scientist is like in this, you can almost say like a Jack in the Box. He's all hooked up and all that stuff. She asking where the chief at. He's talking around whatever. And basically he's saying that, you know, you are a marvel. A scientific marvel. He said the things that he could do with her. And all that stuff like that. But, you know, she ain't listening to it and all that. She like, you know, her main thing is the chief. So they have a fight scene. And, you know, she's whipping ass. She teleporting everywhere, beating ass. And my favorite one comes out, Silver Tongue. And she goes through the scientists and all that stuff. And all that mess. Cliff, he goes and leaves the office. And he's walking through the halls. And them clones, I'm just gonna call, clones, just gonna say clones. They go and they in the hallway. And they're talking about, we're going to have you leave or whatever, we're going to beat your ass. And Cliff basically says, really? Boop. Fuck you. And it's a massacre. It's about 10 or 12 people. He massacred. He was bashing heads through the walls. They cracked like eggs. Blood everywhere. He got one dude, snatched the legs, put one foot on the gut, and basically separated him. And so he started beating motherfuckers with the legs and the crotch and all that stuff. I was like, and once it was over, he looked around, saw another carnage, y'all, and he said, what the hell did I do? And Jane saw that, I guess, the end result. And when he turned around and looked at her, she like, get away from me. Don't. Like that. So, I'm thinking that gonna have something to do with the 4th episode, which it does, y'all. Which it does. Hopefully it won't alter too much of how she think about, you know, Cliff and all that stuff like that. But, they find Larry. Larry's in that tank or whatever. He gets in the tank and he finally separates himself. There go his conscience and the darn negative spirit. And he's going off on him. He said, you have fucked up my life. You this, and boom, boom, boom. See, he's steadily putting the blame on everybody else other than himself. And then the negative spirit turns it to the lover. He said, no, you did that yourself, Pimple. And all. It's like, you know, either or. You could have made a decision. Either decision he'd have made, somebody was going to get hurt in the process. You get me? It wasn't going to be no easy win. It was going to be casualties. Regardless whatever decision he made. So, Cliff busts open the tank, which basically merges Larry and the negative spirit back together. And so, Jane comes out and she do that big giant one with the sun for the head. It basically destroys the lab. And they walk, they leave, they meet up with Rita and Cyborg, and they go deuces. Now, let's talk about Cyborg and Jane and Rita. As we know, Cyborg was made for being a hero. Rita, So Cyborg was like, what's going on? He basically calls Rita out on her shit, talking about, you chicken shit. You don't want to do nothing. You want to hide. Boom, 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 boom. And she was like, we ain't made for this and all that stuff. And basically, he washed his hands of her. Because his personality, he go get her and everything. Like I said, he was made for this. Rita was a goddamn actress that bad luck happened and fucked her over. And she just rather be on the sideline. She rather live in the shadows. And stuff like that. But I think that's going to change. So, when they get ready to leave, Papa Vic shows the back up and has the plane for him. He said first class style and all that stuff and everything. And you know the daddy, he's smug and all that stuff. He feels some kind of way because they couldn't find the shit. Because it was a failure. A first failure for Cyborg. And so what the daddy thinks, like, well, we see this ain't working for you. You're going to easily run back. Because you're going to get tired of all the L's. And now you see everybody is in their head, in their own head. Cyborg, you know, he feels some kind of way, his first loss. Jane, she feels some kind of way. She kind of traumatized by what she's seen with Cliff. Larry, we all know what's going on with Larry. Rita, she's got to make a decision of what role she's going to play. And our boy Cliff, he finally became a monster, and he don't like it. And that's it, y'all. That's it. This the show, y'all. What y'all thought about the episode? I know y'all loving the show, because everybody loving the show. So, like, share, subscribe, leave comments down below, and I will be pumping out episode 4 after this, because it's playing again in my ears. So, it won't be for too long. I have the 4th episode up. Alright, y'all. Bye.